On March 11, 2011, an earthquake and tsunami of historic proportions struck off the northeast coast of Japan, wreaking extreme devastation. Official statistics list 18,716 dead or missing, with 393,353 homes destroyed. The international community reached out quickly and with great warmth, not only to the areas directly affected, but to the nation as a whole. As a Japanese, I would like to take this opportunity to express my own profound gratitude. International reports on the disaster were almost universally marked by admiration for both the selflessness of rescuers and the orderliness and gratitude with which refugees took up lives in crowded emergency shelters. A major Korean daily wrote of Japanese endurance and neighborliness in the face of adversity, while a Russian reporter marveled, "The locals keep their cool and do not panic." A New York Times columnist wrote admiringly about Japanese selflessness, stoicism, and discipline, adding this comment: "The Japanese people have been magnificent, enduring impossible hardships with dignity and grace. I wish we might learn a bit from them." Why was there no chaos and looting in Japan? I think the French paper Le Monde was on target when it pointed out that Japanese learn from childhood the inevitability of change, which is a central tenet of Buddhism. Buddhist teachings on impermanence are deeply embedded in the Japanese soul, and this, wrote the paper, is what enables Japanese people to remain calm when disaster strikes. Buddhism does indeed teach that everything in this world is transitory and in ceaseless flux. As expressed in the timeless words Shogyo Mujo, the impermanence of all things, change comes to one and all, whether gently or with sudden violence. Buddhism teaches us to quietly accept the feelings of sadness and grief that naturally arise when we come face to face with this truth, and at the same time shows how to transmute those feelings into positive, forward-looking energy. Harmony, effort, and patience are three traits that have come representative of our nation, and all three have their roots in Buddhism. Prince Shotoku, 574 to 622, Japan's first great patron of Buddhism, wrote a 17-article constitution that begins with this exhortation, familiar to all Japanese down the centuries: cherish harmony. But as Buddhism makes clear, human nature is desperately selfish. Setting aside self-interest to band with others is never easy. Harmony cannot exist without effort, and sustained harmony requires the cooperation and effort of all. The spirit that values efforts to promote harmony rises naturally from Buddhism. Okay, today up until here. Uh, yeah, I was in Japan when this great earthquake and tsunami hit northern eastern Japan, and I felt the great shaking while working. It was almost 3 p.m. my workplace was very far from the epicenter, but I felt a great shock. So I could imagine how big the earthquake was, and then I witnessed all the tsunami through TV program. So people in that area was devastated, of course, but they practiced great patience and perseverance and continued making effort from there. And now they recover from the devastation, and yeah, everything is almost normal. So all these, you know, this kind of habit or trait was not created overnight. It was it started since the time of Prince Shotoku, 7th century, and through many generations, this Buddhist principle has been handed down. Yeah, so I have to say it takes a long time. Yeah, it's now a tradition or natural national character. So if we want to create such tradition or uh, mm, if you want to have such community, it takes a long time. But somebody has to start. So if we don't have such mm, spirit around ourselves, we have to start and we have to share it with other people. And then little by little, this great teaching, Buddha's wisdom, will spread and then sink in people's mind very deeply. And we have to share this with our children, grandchildren, and great grandchildren, and great great grandchildren. And then in the future, in our future generation, people will enjoy much more happiness. So we should start our own work from now. Okay, so that's all today's recitation meditation practice. Good job, everyone. Keep up your good work and have a good night. See you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.